Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the best of the best concealers that are worth your money in my personal opinion. I've seen a lot of these videos on YouTube and I'm always curious to see what other people's favorite concealers are and why they like them. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and know what my all-time favorite concealers are, then just keep watching. So I have 5 concealers that are just my all-time favorite concealers that I know no matter what I will always gravitate towards because I just love the coverage, I love the consistency, I love the way that they lay on my skin. They don't make me look cakey whatsoever, and I mean, they look beautiful. So my personal preference whenever I look for a concealer, I love to have a medium to full coverage concealer. That's just my personal opinion. I do have 2 kids, so I mean, I barely get any sleep, and since I am in college, I always have like dark circles, and I mean, I have like a little bit of freckles like right under in my lower under eye area, and I just really like to cover that up. I don't know, that's just personal preference. I really don't care for my freckles, but I'm just gonna go ahead and name these off. There's no particular order because I love them all the same and I always like rotate between them. I know that if I want something to look good, I can always gravitate towards them. I want to go ahead and mention this concealer. It's by Maybelline. It's the Instant Age Rewind Neutralizer Concealer. This concealer has been my go-to for years and years and years. Since I first started YouTube, I've always used this concealer. It just gives a really good brightening under my eyes. This is what I'm wearing under my eyes today, and it just blends so beautiful. And I love this because it is drugstore affordable. So on days that I just really don't want to bring out my high-end makeup and use that for just a typical day to run errands, I always gravitate towards this one, and it looks beautiful on the skin. I love it. I use it on so many people and it looks good on everybody. It's so beautiful. I feel like neutralizer is like a perfect tone for a lot of skin tones because it does have like yellow undertones in it, so it brings out a lot of like your oliveness that you have in your skin. It just makes your skin look really healthy, and I feel like for fair skin they could get away with using this. I mean, it's just a beautiful concealer. The next concealer, I'm pretty sure, is no surprise to many of you. It is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I get mine in the shade Light Neutral, and it's just the perfect shade for my skin tone currently. And it is a full-on coverage concealer. Like, there is no doubt about this concealer being full coverage because a little bit goes a long way. I put very little like on the inner corners and just like to blend it out because you just need the littlest amount, and it's huge. I'm not too sure if you guys can see, like if you compare it to like a MAC Pro Longwear, like it is huge. It's so huge, and I mean, for the amount of product that you get into this and the price point, I feel like it's a great deal, and it lasts you a really long time. I personally like it. It does not look cakey on my face whatsoever, and it doesn't feel heavy. So I love this concealer. It is a must-have if you're on the hunt for a new concealer. And the next concealer I'm going to go ahead and mention is probably no surprise. I think it's everybody's staple in their collection. It's the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I usually get mine in like in W25-ish, and I mean, it's just the perfect concealer. The only thing I hate about it is that it comes with a pump. I mean, I really wish it was more like a doe foot applicator, but I mean, whatever. I mean, I still love it and I still use it all the time. It looks great in photography. The littlest amount goes a long way with this concealer also, and it just looks beautiful. I love it so much. It's been my OG since I've started makeup, and I loved it ever since. The next concealer is actually a new addition to my collection. It's the Nars Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and this is in the shade Custard. If you have been around on my channel for quite some time, you know that I've used the Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard, and that one was like my all-time favorite. I didn't know why many people didn't really care about it because it was like my go-to. It was the concealer that I always used no matter what. It always looked good on clients, on myself, in pictures, anything that you needed it for. It looked beautiful. I just loved it. I wanted to pick this up because I loved the Radiant one, and this concealer is amazing. I haven't used it like under my eyes to use like a full-on coverage, but I use it to spot conceal for any blemishes that I have on my face. And you guys, this is like a dream in a little jar because it covers your blemishes so good. The littlest bit goes a long way. I'm not too sure if you could see, like there's a tiny dent in it, and I've used it for about 3 months now, and I love it. I absolutely love it so much, and I definitely recommend this if you like really full coverage concealers. I mean, I heard a lot of people say that they love it for under their eyes and they use like a little bit and it goes a long way as well. I personally haven't done that yet, but I mean, for spot concealing, it is my favorite go-to. The last concealer I want to go ahead and mention is actually a find that I not recently found. It's been a few months, but it has been my favorite ever, and I'm surprised that I haven't heard many people talk about it. It's the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. I got mine in the shade Light, and it's more of like a neutralizer shade for the Maybelline, so it's very similar. And this concealer is like, oh my gosh, like if I had to choose between this one and the Radiant Creamy Concealer, this one would by far beat it. It is such good coverage. I would say it's like a medium to full coverage because you can build it up to get that full coverage that you are wanting. But like it's so creamy. It does not look heavy at all, and it just gives you such a radiance look under your eyes. I'm the type of person that does not like my under eyes to look very dry, and of course, since we all like to set our concealer that way it doesn't crease throughout the day, I like to look for a concealer that, you know, just looks radiant. It does not absorb too much of the powder and look very cakey, and this one just does the trick. I love it so much, and it's affordable. I've went through 3 tubes of these already, and they are just my absolute favorite concealer. If you're somebody that doesn't like a full-on coverage and you want to just do like some concealer and go out the door, this would be your best bet. It's so beautiful. I love it so much, and I definitely recommend this to every person that tells me that they're on the hunt for a new like medium to full coverage concealer. So that basically wraps up my best of the best concealers in my personal opinion. Let me know if you guys tried any of these products. I would love to know y'all's feedback and if it works for you. But I do want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.